dreaded bath. I refuse to dance to the beat of a regular drum. The real question isn't about being different. The real question is, why? Is it for shock and awe? Is it being different to stand out from the rest? Or is it just to annoy? Are these illusions of self-grandeur, or is it to shock society into awareness, to question the unquestionable? Regardless of purpose and intent, I find it impossible to follow the herd. Conventional wisdom to me is an absurd notion. Many of you will not concur with me. Some will dismiss, others will rise against it. If you don't agree with me, raise your hand and get in line. I am the contrarian, and this is my world.
Imagine a machine with a full range of human emotion. Its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person in the history of the world.
What are the greatest single human gift? The ability to chase down our dreams. And that is something no machine has ever done until you.
Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi.
We are on the eve of the largest robotic distribution in history. There will be one robot to every 5 humans.
The world thought that the human brain is impossible to replicate. But did you know that a computer can calculate more than 1 million chess positions against its human counterpart within seconds? Google claimed that the human brain still beats algorithms, but the recently developed CAPTCHA algorithm beats human accuracy by almost 20%. It was common knowledge that computers can solve problems independent of human involvement. But did you know that computers have now started outsmarting even the most highly skilled individuals in learning, decision-making, and even predicting behavior? And nobody, absolutely nobody, thought that machines could experience human emotion. Now, computer-driven simulations can imitate emotions in real time. AI, artificial intelligence. The day machines become human and humans become redundant. It's not something unimaginable anymore. When Charles Babbage fathered the computer, maybe he also could not have imagined the lengths at which technology would take this device. Today, scientists are completely seduced by the possibilities of replicating the human brain and making it indestructible and immortal. But is artificial intelligence going to save the human race's promise, or will it bring with it utter chaos? Imagine a time with no jobs, a time where the economy will both be controlled by independent machines and a place where the weather will be tamed by artificial software, driverless transport, space missions, and even robotic housekeeping. Every advancement in the field of AI points in that direction. But is this the right direction? Will it make our lives easier in the long term? Will we one day be enslaved by AI?
We are talking about 2025, but I think 10 years we are having from today, many things will change. Maybe in office you'll find just one CEO and others are just the machines and AI systems which is working. That is possible just after next 10 years. So it is possible that AI will take or conquer, you say, human reason.
If artificial intelligence is on our side, then we can solve a lot of problems over here as far as the humanity fears is concerned. But if it's not on our side, okay, then there is a lot of disaster which can come up. Most of the Hollywood movies can turn out to be true.
It is anticipated that by the year 2025, artificial intelligence technology would have displaced human jobs substantially, undermining the very foundation of the world labor market. Experts at the McKinsey Global Institute believe that these changes will affect nothing short of hundreds of millions of jobs, and that 2025 will be time where most tasks performed by typical knowledge workers will also be automated, hence changing the very status quo of the world. By 2025, do you think you will have a job?
If you talk about security reasons, the difference between human and AI is AI does not have emotions. It can have decision that can be developed, but it can't develop emotions. So emotion means it can be hacked. It can't find out this is my master or is someone a hacker.
Imitating human brain is such a complex and difficult task because we not yet have been able to know even decode the human brain properly, how exactly the human brain works and how exactly things do work. Forget about imitating it. So I think like this is definitely science fiction thing right now. Maybe like in the near future something of that sort will happen, but as of now with the limited capabilities and limited computational power which we have, I do not think it is possible in the next 10-15 years even.
If the decimation of the labor market is something to go by, the companies in the AI business might be digging their own grave. Today, AI algorithms are built into almost everything we use, from autopilots in aircraft to gyroscope in segways, from Facebook to Google, from PCs to laptops, smartphones to banking, financial services, medicine, heavy industries, and even defense systems. We are surrounded by artificial intelligence. There's absolutely no escaping it and absolutely no stopping it.
Artificial intelligence, so essentially this is the capability of a system to comprehend what exactly is conveyed and then probably react accordingly. So there cannot be a program logic, and this way the machines can become more and more efficient. They can perform in a better manner and they can definitely solve the problem in a better way. So artificial intelligence, I would say, would be the next step towards making these machines more smarter.
The unstoppable nature of artificial intelligence also points at a multitude of situations that will change society as we know it. Even if we are a long way off of replicating human intelligence to its fullest, examples of such an event are plenty. Google has recently scooped up more than half a dozen robot companies ranging from artificial 3D vision machines to insect bots and humanoid soldiers. The US Army even has a chatbot called Sergeant Star designed to influence potential recruits.
I'm a virtual character. Maybe you've seen me before.
AI, one day it will come where everything will be based on AI. Either if I will be talking out, it will be AI. I will be thinking, it will be AI. We can replace our brains. But there will be some negative aspects also.
Yes, this time what I was doing is coming. Someday, soon robots could replace both you and me. A strong AI that would one day be not only as good as us, but beyond us, beyond human capacity. And when that time comes, neither you nor I or the minds behind this AI itself will be able to stop these machines from changing the world as we know it. After the break, you will meet one such mind, a man who literally makes machines intelligent, a man who believes the ethics are just how you put technology to use. Does that mean that he too is scared of the potential disasters posed by artificial intelligence? Well, right after the break, we'll come to know. Do you truly believe that artificial intelligence will be able to do all parts, including the most important thing, which is, they say in a human being, you said the brain is mainly the most important. Don't you feel self-awareness? I know who I am is the most important part of a human being, not necessarily the brain.
So my personal belief is that AI will not reach as far as the human intelligence in many scenarios, and it will supersede human intelligence in some scenarios.
I am the contrary. This is my world. I am the contrary. This is my world.
Hi, I am Mausam, a faculty member at the Department of Computer Science at IIT Delhi. I do research in artificial intelligence. It is the science of making machines intelligent. It is the technology of the future. It is going to revolutionize how we live. I am here on the contrarian that he needn't be worried and remove any doubts he may have about AI. I am going to succeed.
You've seen it in movies, you've fantasized about it, you've read books about it. In fact, for the last 100 years or so, these two words put together makes everybody feel amazing. Some feel it will really enhance their lives, some feel it's the final frontier, some call it the holy grail. Artificial intelligence, but you know my viewpoint on it, you just saw it. Now with me is a guest who's going to take about a minute to tell me why you think artificial intelligence is something that really excites you.
See, AI is what makes machines intelligent, right? think of our body. We are an organism. What really makes us special is our brain. And AI is what makes machines special. In fact, give me any platform, any environment, the brain, AI, can optimize it, can make it more efficient, can actually take it from just an organism or just a platform to success, to something that can add real value in the world. And we have started seeing this already in a wide variety of spheres. You know, long time back, we thought that chess can never be conquered by machine. You know, there were things of a mechanical Turk where somebody is hiding inside a box and playing chess, and people are thinking machines are intelligent. In '96, we showed that AI can actually defeat humans. Now we are getting into driverless cars. We are getting into scenarios where we can play games at the level of people. We are getting into scenarios where we are able to find thieves, we are able to find robbers, we are able to find terrorists using AI technology. We are getting into scenarios where we have all these people connected to the world through you in social network, and AI is really helping you figure out what is important, which people's posts should you be seeing, who should be your friends, and so on and so forth. AI is helping you in a wide variety of spheres and adding so much value.
This is just the start, but just in the start, so many things that you described all made human beings redundant. When the steam engine came, there were a lot of, I mean, the whole idea of Luddites and all of this thing came from that time, that the steam engine and the power of the machine will be more than the muscle of a human being, right? And people were very, very scared of what would happen now. It has made a lot of people redundant. There's no going away from it. But AI and robotics put together have the potential to completely destroy economies, jobs. People that use manual labor was the first big one with robotics, but now with AI, even analysis, you basically just said it yourself. A machine can actually play chess, right? So the number of jobs that that machine can replace of analysts, stock market analysts, people that want to do just trades, and 100 other, I mean, at last count, they said, with even 10% better AI, 700 of categories of jobs will be made redundant. Why are you excited about making humans redundant?
Of course not. I am not excited about making humans redundant at all. In fact, I am excited about making people more and more sophisticated, making them better and better in whatever they do.
So I'm not here to say I hate artificial intelligence. That's not my viewpoint.
Good to know.
I'm just saying that the euphoria around it seems to be unfounded because people aren't thinking very clearly about the final implications. You say in the short term. Let me describe to you what I think will be the medium and long term, okay. Then let's hear. So between robotics and artificial intelligence, we are going side to side right now, one maybe a little higher, one this thing. Eventually the merge will come together. Every manual labor job will be redundant. Most thinking jobs will be redundant. After all, you're giving them AI to have a better life, right? When 80 to 90% of jobs are gone in the medium and long term, could you describe what we'll all be doing?
So I don't subscribe to the view that 80 to 90% of the jobs are going to be redundant. In fact, what is going to happen, in my personal opinion, is that yes, in the short term, some jobs are going to be redundant. When calculators came, a lot of people didn't bother to learn multiplication and addition to that level of depth. They can't do mental math. But can you say that they can't do math? Of course not. They have calculators to help, and they can do bigger calculations and do bigger things with it. So really what is going to happen, that didn't take a job away. What's going to happen is that people are going to get more and more sophisticated.
Let's just take one step backward, then we'll come to you explaining a few of the jobs that the second generation from now will be doing. You've got to give me some examples. Let's take one step back first, okay? Do you truly believe that artificial intelligence will be able to do all parts, including the most important thing, which is, they say in a human being, you said the brain is mainly the most important. Don't you feel self-awareness? I know who I am is the most important part of a human being, not necessarily the brain?
So my personal belief is that AI will not reach as far as the human intelligence in many scenarios, and it will supersede human intelligence in some scenarios.
Okay, can you explain the ones that will not and the ones that will supersede?
Yes, absolutely. So think about the skills of each of these entities, right? Let's now don't think of machine as a different being. Machine is one kind of entity. Yes. It has some hardware, it has some compute power, it has some memory. Humans is another hardware. It has some compute power, it has some memory. Our memory and our compute power is actually smaller than a machine.
Correct.
However, our layers, our depth, and our abstractions, and the parallelism that is present in our human brain, that is actually...
You're basically describing self-awareness in more ways. Like the awareness that I exist as a human being, and everything around me that happens has impact on me, that self-awareness, those layers are far more complex and sophisticated.
Absolutely. And moreover, I believe creativity in ways that humans are able to express. I personally don't see machines expressing it.
May I just come back to reality right now, which is the true part of what the... Give me the job replacement for 80% of the workforce. What will they be doing 50 years from now?
Humans have immense creativity of coming up with new possibilities.
So tell me, give me the names of those jobs.
Once we have these kinds of machines, we
these are vague sentences.
Right.
I want to know, name 5 jobs that have been created.
So now we can do surgeries in a remote environment. I don't have to go to the village and do the surgery.
But why do you need a remote surgery? You can actually have better artificial intelligence for a robotic surgery system to do it.
As I said, people have different strengths. The strengths of abstraction and machines typically operate in a somewhat of a limited environment. So there are some things that machines will become really, really good at, but there are some things that people will continue becoming better and better and better. So once people will have the ability to do these surgeries, they will be manning 5 surgeries at the same time happening in different villages, and they will be doing it sitting at their home, but they are not being redundant. They are actually figuring out that the robot is not doing the right thing, giving instructions, working with the robot.
But are you not doing the mathematics of it? I mean, I'm saying that those that do have some jobs will be much better at it. I'm saying 90% of people will not have jobs, because for every one robotic system that enters into an ecosystem, 1,000 jobs are taken away, replaced by one. That's the whole idea of robotics and AI.
I personally don't feel that 1,000 jobs got replaced by one. What really happens is that the 1,000 jobs are gone, but the next generation really figures out what these new capabilities can take us. Where do these new capabilities
take us? If that was true, there would
be
no unemployment right now, rather than the staggering rate of unemployment throughout the world. If this generation or the previous one had figured it out, we live in a world where we are at the most amazing time of technology. True?
Absolutely.
I mean, the greatest leap in technology is happening right now in the last 5 years, and hopefully in the next 10 will be the greatest 15 years of technology. Why have we not figured it out?
In fact, see, the reason why we have so much unemployment is because we have too much population. Tell me how many jobs have been replaced.
So then that's the whole problem. So are you saying that AI will also give intelligence to people not to procreate that much?
I can't say that. That's people's choice. But really, coming back to the question, you are saying that there is a lot of unemployment today. But none of that unemployment is really because of AI.
It actually
In fact,
is.
It's not because of AI.
No, not because of AI, but
exactly.
because of current technology. Now I have 3 quick fire questions because we're running out of time. So I have 3 quick fire questions. Do you feel morally wrong that we human beings want to create something that is equal or superior to us, either made by evolution or God, whichever one of the two you are a believer in? Is there a moral problem in this?
Absolutely not. We made bigger machines which could lift bigger weights. We had no moral issues with them. They are also superior beings than us. So making another machine which...
But you just said that the most important part of us is our brain. So muscle power being replaced is still okay.
Why? That's also something that God created or evolution created. Why is muscle power any different from...
Because you said the most important part of a human being is the brain, not the muscle power.
But I don't actually believe that those brains are going to be replaced. In fact, it's a collaborative environment that I envision.
So you're basically saying that there will be a limit to AI.
I believe that there is no limit to AI, but the direction of growth is different.
Okay, will our brains ever be downloaded onto a hard drive, and when we die, we'll still know where we are?
I feel that's very far-fetched, more like science fiction than reality. If it may happen 100 years or 150 years from now, but I can't foresee that.
Okay, all right. So then we shouldn't be too concerned about that.
I don't believe right now. What we have seen in AI so far is that language processing, vision, common sense, these are things that are very, very hard for machines.
Wit, I've heard that one of the biggest problems is to actually get
practically impossible.
Actual sarcasm, they said, is the most impossible thing for AI to get.
Very, very hard. Reminds me of Big Bang Theory, Sheldon Cooper, because some people also have that problem. But really, those things are very hard. So while you have a very optimistic worldview that within a few years we are going to get there, I
don't know whether it's an optimistic worldview. I'm just saying that's the way I see things.
Or your pessimistic worldview because you're taking it too far.
Okay.
I think people evolve with machines. Yes, machines will be more present in our lives, but we will have a synergistic worldview where some of the things that we could not do earlier would be done through machines. But I don't believe
you're basically saying a collaborative world where AI and human intelligence, HI, will be together.
Absolutely.
Right? All right, great. So AI and HI together would be the perfect world. Will it be like that? Now, I don't know whether you and I will be around to see it reach that culmination where AI becomes superior to the human brain. It could happen. As our guest has told us, it may not happen. But do remember, if one day you're watching this show as a hard drive on some computer, and you're watching it because that's where you've been downloaded, I'm saying hi to you. I am the contrarian, and this is my world.